is balance. Because you can get, I mean, look at Dan. You know, he went way out there, and he got a little out of balance. So now he's taking time, balancing out, and everything else. And just what you got to do, or you can get out there and lose communication with this world. I know some couple people that just don't do well here anymore. They got out of balance, and I don't think that serves any good for anyone. So I think no matter what, that's why I don't judge anybody, because we all have our own issues of that balance. And so we got to always remember the highest level we need to be at, or we need to use to get ourselves where we need to be. At the same time, spiritually, the consciousness is opposed to thought and desire and things. So, you know, all this is a major growth and expansion in areas that you remember, but yet, you know, trying to be here, strike a balance, take care of the kids and everybody, and maintain a God-conscious state and do all these things. Interesting. You know, definitely interesting. Stage Bennett. You suddenly booked 5 months out. I know it. And with the way it's going, we should soon be scheduling appointments 1 to 2 years. Well, I remember in Portugal, I always did a television show when I was there, and it was a famous show in Portugal. And this man, it was a medical show, and this guy was a famous actor or correspondent, and we became good friends. And the first show I did, people didn't realize you could cure cancer so easily this way, and I'm not using the word cure disease, by the way, and so. The television station had 5,000 calls a day, minimal, and I filled up the day timer of the nature path there that brought me over there, Baptista. I filled his day counter up for about 2 years straight, because we had the show was viewed by 250 million viewers. So that's the sort of thing. We're changing this around. Jennifer's going to start counseling. She's been counseling my practitioners and stuff and helping them with their clients, but she now is going to have to step and start taking on. So we're going to change that, because there's no way I can handle this. But this is also why I'm training you guys. I want you guys to be the healers too. I want this world to be full of us, no matter what. There's no ego there. I just want everybody to look at this higher level. It'd be nice walking down the street and with joy and namaste to everyone, and have that back. You know, it's just hard at these very opinionated, low, narcissistic levels to exist when you're a spiritual person, because it's just so, don't know how to describe it. So keep working on it, 132. You're kicking butt. You all are kicking butt, no matter the struggles and the works, and you're walking down the right road. Keep it up. I'm proud of all of you guys. Same thing, Stage. You know, I'm sorry about that. Yeah. And you're asking me if I'm increasing the amount of days and hours you work. No friggin' way. I'm going to retire. That's what do you think I'm training you guys for? You know, the local newspaper brought a young man in here one day with stomach cancer, and they'd just gotten him back from Moffitt Cancer Center in Tampa, diagnosed with stomach cancer. And they wanted to do surgery and remove 2/3 of his stomach and blah, 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 blah. The newspaper was wanted to do a story on this, the difference between allopathic and naturopathic. They had heard about me, and they wanted to do a story, and they had a friend of the editors that had stomach cancer. So Moffitt gave him a guesstimate of $95,000 for these procedures and chemo and whatever they were going to do to him. So the editor brought him in to me and said, this is such and such, and we've heard about you, and we'd like to, to have you do the natural thing on this young man, and we'd like to observe this and write a story on it. So on the 56th day of this young man's diet, I had him mostly on grapes, of course, but other things. But I knew I was being observed by the media, so I thought, well, you know, we'll accelerate this guy's health program. And so on the 56th day, he fell on the bathroom floor, paralyzed. couldn't move hardly. And he started throwing up black, skunky, stinking matter, and at the same time, out of his bowels, started oozing black matter. And his caregiver, his girl friend, called me up and was telling me this. I said, just leave him there until he's comfortable and he quits throwing up and everything, and then clean him up and get him to bed. So about an hour later, he starts to feel better, and she cleaned him, got him to bed. And so I talked with him that afternoon, and he said, you know, about an hour or two after I got to bed, he said a power came into me like a God force came piling into my body. I've never felt so much energy in my life. He says, what is this? And I said, you just had a major cleaning in your body, all this black, skunky matter coming out of you. And I said, my guess is you're not going to have stomach cancer anymore. So on the 59th day, we sent him to a medical doctor for diagnosis, and he was diagnosed cancer-free. 56 days. Not bad. Not bad. So the local newspaper did a front page story on their newspaper, and I was working till midnight, and it took an hour to get an appointment because the line was so long to get into us that we were working till midnight 7 days a week. I worked hard all my life, so I'm a bit needing a break. So you guys are helping me great. I'm listening to your comments, working with each other. I hear Facebook, you're kicking butt. That's why I'm training you guys. JG, Goose Moose, I'm not sure I understand what your horse's problem is. Your comment was coded in rhyme. I'm wondering who you're talking to. This is Goose Moose. Not surprising that your horse won't eat fruit. Horses are herbivores. They are designed to eat grass, not fruit. I remember reading what she was saying. But basically, I think she was saying that, you know, horses will eat carrots and horses will eat apples. My horse loved carrots and apples and sugar cubes. She was right. They love sugar cubes, salt licks. They like all these things. But in a natural setting, they wouldn't be eating them. This is true. But when a horse breaks in and we give him an apple, we know it's not going to hurt him. Now, if we gave a horse a piece of meat, we know we could hurt him. That's the difference. And so, yeah, we live in a world where, here, horse, try something a little different, but it's not the bizarre difference that a fruit diet would be if you start eating meat or drinking milk or eating grains. We already give grains to horses, and I don't know why. We didn't our horses too much because we like to race them. So we gave them alfalfa. It's well known in farming, alfalfa is a superior plant, more than wheat. Well known. This is an interesting name. Jesus Terforus. Wow, what are those? Is that cheese sticks or something? Oh, a little gnarly look, a pile of something. Or is that what came out after you ate cheese? Just kidding. Cancer is a money-making machine. No kidding, brother. I'm telling you, look at, so slick now. You see all the pink ribbons. Look at the power that they've gotten to get people to donate and the sympathy that they've generated for breast cancer. Now, the problem with that is they still make people full of fear. They rake in money for research. It goes in the same people's pockets that don't have they're never going to find this miraculous cure because it already exists. It's just simply reversing how you created it. That's all cancer is reversing how you created it. It's that simple. And so I hope that we change these things, because my passion is with those that wake up with a tumor and they go to the medical doctors. That's where the mistake is. You don't go to them first. You go to them last, because I guarantee you, if I can't, or one of those healers that are at our levels can't help you, then go allopathically. No question. You never go to them first. That's the problem with our society. We're going to the allopathics first. That's where you get hurt. You want to go to naturopathic, homeopathic, or the natural health people first. And if we can't get you at this level, you're in deep trouble. That's all I got to tell you. If you can't overcome your problems doing this, you're in serious trouble, man. That's all I can tell you, because you're at the top of the mountain in healing. There is no magic elixir floating around out there. I had to give up on the raw foods for a while. Oh, see, a man on YouTube with leukemia responded with a statement after I told him about eating raw fruits and veggies, adding hemp seed to the smoothie. Quote, I had to give up on the raw food for a while. As much as I want to lose weight, I have leukemia and take chemotherapy for it. Now imagine, you've got leukemia, all right? You've got blood cells that have been damaged, and you're taking chemo right into the blood? I mean, I'll have to tell you, that's the top of stupid. Top of stupid. How many people get leukemia from chemo? Thousands. I just showed you a little baby the other day, 10-year-old young girl died from that. Look at her, bloated, skin burned off. But we might save one or two. Ugh. Yeah, this guy's lost, and I am not allowed anything raw. I can eat veggies, but they must be cooked. I can eat fruit, but it must be processed. The reason for no raw is because, let's say a customer picks up a banana and puts it back on the customer is sick. No matter how good I wash that fruit, I cannot decontaminate it unless I cook it at 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Ooh, this breaks my heart. How cancer patients do anything these docs... Vicky, honey, sweetheart, isn't it amazing when you wake up and you start looking at someone that just, what this person just said. Now somebody had to tell this poor soul this, and that's someone steeped in stupidity, steeped in it. This person has no idea what causes cancer. You have to cook your food because you have to decontaminate what? If you anything, put more bacteria in the blood, you know? But this different type of cancer, leukemia, but I can tell you the lymph system is always involved in most leukemias anyway. If it's a bone marrow or a spleen, what's breaking down the bone marrow? What's breaking down the spleen? What's affecting white blood cells? Blah, 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 blah. Matter of fact, if you have high white blood cells, good. I like that. If you have low, don't like that. I don't like low red or white blood cells, but if you have too many, good. We'll clean you up, get your lymph clean, and everything's good. If you have low and your bone marrow's breaking down or your spleen is breaking down, you're in trouble. You got to repair it. Chemo doesn't repair anything. It breaks it down even more. So this poor soul is in trouble, walking down the wrong road. Ooh, I might not have a no-show, so I got to do this lymphatic video. Goiter. I did talk about this yesterday, sweetheart. It's in there for you.